Hi, and it's the 24th Sunday of Ordinary Time. Today is an interesting feast. It's the triumph of the cross. And really, when you think about saying that, it's a dichotomy. Because you have something that is triumphal, you don't necessarily think that a cross is going to be triumphal. And yet that's what we have come to believe. So we have to ask ourselves questions. Do we believe in the cross? Now, when we think about it, one of the most interesting things that I remember listening to was that it wasn't until the 4th century that Christians actually started using the cross as a symbol of hope, as a symbol of their salvation. Up to that point, all they saw was the symbol that their Lord and Savior was crucified on. And you could understand that. And yet today we have rings and necklaces, and women wear earrings, and all different types of variations of what a cross means to us today. But do we understand what it's really calling us to? If we are true believers, the cross is calling us to embrace it. The cross is calling us to empty ourselves and give everything over to the Lord so that the Lord can work through us and transform us into God's image. That is a very hard thing to do. And yet, as we all know, that if we're going to call ourselves true disciples, at some point in our journey, probably many points in our journey, there is going to be a cross that we're going to have to embrace that we don't want to embrace. And we say, why, Lord? Why me? As maybe you read last week in the crib notes, I've been going through some health issues this past summer. And it's a cross that I don't want to embrace. But God has a plan. And I know that God is with me and has not abandoned me. Even though I say to myself, why do I have to go through this? And yet, when I celebrate this feast today, it makes a little more sense. It says to me that this is part of my journey as a disciple, not just as a priest, not as a pastor, but as a follower of Jesus. So we have to ask ourselves that question: are we going to be believers? Or are we only going to be believers when it's convenient and we have the time to give? Jesus wants us to be in the grace now, in this moment. And that's what I ask for all of you. So be assured of my prayers, and please pray for me as I continue to embrace this cross, as I know many of you are embracing your own crosses. And that together we can see the triumph that Jesus has given us and what he did for us when he died on that cross. Because the story doesn't end there. It just begins. It's a new life. Remember, next weekend, the 20th, we have our parish picnic. Don't miss it. It's a great time. Put it in your calendar. We have games for the kids. We have Mass at 4 o'clock. Love to see you here. Invite some new friends that have never been here before. God bless you.